Hello everybody, and welcome to my indie snapshot for today of Goat Simulator. You can't see it, but I'm face palming. Really, it's, what are you gonna do with a game like this? This is one of those games that no matter what anybody says, it's gonna sell by the droves. Thousands upon thousands of people are gonna end up picking this game up, and there's nothing you could do to really dissuade those people for it. But I'm going to do my part and give my opinion on what Goat Simulator presents, what it does, and what I personally think of it. So if you don't know what Goat Simulator is, it was originally I think it was just a tech demo of some sort. I think it was made for a game jam, essentially. And it was just made to be a ludicrous, physics game. You just break things and things go flying. And it was, it was funny for what it was. But, of course, the internet, being as they are, rose up all in their stupidity and demanded that it be made a full game and that they get their hands on it. So, with money in their eyes, Coffee Stain Studios created a full release version of Goat Simulator for $10. And, welp, here we are. It is, let's just play. So I have a few gripes with this game. So here you are. You play as a goat. You can walk around with WASD, space to jump. You can lick things with E, and your tongue, of course, gets things stuck to it. And I can hit Q to go ragdoll mode. That's generally the crux of it. I think I can hit 1 to ba. Yeah, okay. So what is this game about, you might be asking? Well, it's not really about being a goat, as one might expect. It's about playing with goofy physics. That's really all it's about. Like being able to run into this car and hit Q and be hit by it and rack up points, right? Like, that's what it's all about. It's just doing stupid things. And games like these sell. Surgeon Simulator's another one. Quap was one, but that was free, so that gets a kind of a pass. And I even said back with Surgeon Simulator, even though I kind of gave it a little bit of pass, and I had some fun with Surgeon Simulator, I'm not going to lie, that these games have a place, I think, in the market. There is a particular subset of people that are going to really enjoy this game, and that's what it's going to be enough for them. The random humor that comes out of watching a goat be sideswiped by a car is going to be enough for people for them to spend their money on it. $10 of their money on it, in my opinion, is a little bit much, but people are going to do it. So, why, Mathis, then, do you seem like you're so upset with the game? If this is what people are looking for, why do you seem like why are you covering it if this is something you obviously don't care about? Well, there's a particular point in the game's selling description that says, that was really funny. I'll give it that. That, the game is full of bugs, and that the bugs were left in because it made the game funnier. Come on, kind of sounds like laziness to me, I'm not gonna lie. But I kind of can understand that because there are games, well-known AAA games, that leave bugs in because of the humor that they present. And two really good examples of that would be Skyrim, because Skyrim had a bug in particular that I can think of, where a giant would kill you and smash you with his club, and you would go flying off into the stratosphere. And, that was funny. It was obviously a bug, but it was a funny one, and people left that in there, and I can understand that. And then another one, which was GTA 4, where cops would shoot you even after you were dead. That was a glitch, but people found it kind of funny, and it kind of fit GTA really well, so they let it go. And, with a game that's based on ridiculous physics and just causing mayhem in this little level, I hesitate to call it an open world, because it's not quite big enough to be an open world, but for the game that's, meant to just be a goofy physics simulator type situation, leaving funny bugs in can be really funny. I mean, one of the big ones that you see is just the way his head reacts to just barging into things. It clips constantly. Like, it feels unpolished, and to a point it feels like it's meant to feel unpolished. But, for the about 45 minutes of game that I've played prior to recording, because really that's probably too much to really need to put a first impressions out, I broke the game 4 times to the point where I had to restart the game. All based on things that the game allows you to do. So, I have to question, where is the line between laziness and grabbing money, and leaving bugs in for hilarity. Now, it's not that, you know, that breaking the game is that big of a deal and having to restart's that huge of a deal, but it's, in my opinion, it's big enough of a deal to be an annoyance. No one really wants to stop doing what they're doing, especially if you're going for a high score, right? And it's all about building up a high score and just being ridiculous. And as you can see, one of my goals right now is to build up, what, 5 million points or whatever. You know, with a game where you racked it up, to have to restart that all over again. Nobody wants to do that. So if I am playing a game, and its own physics, and its own, you know, mechanics break to the point where I have to restart all of that again, that's going to be frustrating. Now, again, I understand. This is a game based on goofy, stupid physics that really shouldn't be taken seriously. And, you know, goals are, you know, fucking just personal. The fact that, you know, you're working towards this 5 million point goal is pointless in and of itself, which I agree with. But there's still that convenience thing. If I'm on a rampage and I'm having fun, which is, you know, let's be honest, that's what all this is about. I don't want to have to restart that rampage and lose everything and have to do it all over again. That's not fun for me. So, the fact that this game has broken to the point of having to restart, whether it be me being launched outside the invisible walls that this game has, or whether it be being clipped through the floor, which happened, and being sent underneath it, and fall infinitely below it, or I get clipped into some sort of geometry and permanently stuck, or whatever it ends up being, that's a point where I say, did they really do much Q&A testing to this? Obviously they added something to it. Obviously they did some, you know, they did do some Q&A, and they did do a little bit of polishing, because that's, you know, you kind of have to in order for things to be done. And, you know, simple little bugs like sending things off flying and having my head be really goofy, like waggling around and stuff, that's fine. But when we get to the point where the game itself is fucking breaking, let's be honest, this isn't a fucking genius game. The amount of work that went into this was probably minimal. This is not something that is going to take a whole lot of effort. I mean, you could go make a game very similar to this in Gary's mod. In fact, I suggest you go buy a Gary's mod, because it's either the same price, or wait for Gary's mod to go on sale for $3 and go buy that. You'll have more fun, and if you're at all creative, you'll end up doing something more productive with your life. But Goat Simulator is broken in all the wrong ways. Again, it's about finding your own fun. I understand that. And doing stuff like this, you know, there's an inherent, you know, silliness to it that is going to create a lot of laughter. But I ask myself two questions. Is it worth $10? No. And could there have been a little bit more Q&A polishing put into it? Yes. Abso-friggin-lutely. And what I see here is I see a cash grab. I see somebody, or a small little company that made like a little thing for a game jam and was like, and then saw people like begging for this thing, and they saw money and they did it. And I don't blame them. I probably would have done the same thing. But I beg you as people, if this is something you want, there are so many other games you could spend $10 for. Like, look at this. This is so lazy. Like, it's just the laziness that, in my opinion, just seeps out of this thing is crazy. So look, when I'm running up an angle here, he doesn't even change his posture. He doesn't go on an angle either. He just glides up it. I'm sorry, but that's so lazy. And I don't agree with that should be something that should be okay. And I'm going to see if I can break the game as easily as I did last time. So, one of the things the game does that I actually enjoy is that there's a decent amount of exploration to be had here. There are a lot of things, little secrets you can find, little trophies you can collect, which it's collectibles for the sake of collectibles. It's not pretend that it's worth anything. But there are some cool secret worlds that I've come across kind of accidentally and some on purpose. And one of them's in here. And this is one of the benefits of the game. There's little secret things you can kind of discover, but not enough to warrant $10, in my opinion. Like this right here. You can go to the top of this castle, you can come in here, and you get teleported to a magical land. Whoa! And you kind of get thrown in here. And there's like this little castle, and you become king of the goats, right? You can kind of become king of the goats. There's an apple in here. I don't know what that does. It's a tomato. You kind of just knock all your goat subjects out of here if you don't like them. Let's go ahead and do that. See if we can just go ahead and knock all these goats out. I wonder if there's any hidden items in here. Like, this is cool. I like the idea of, like, finding hidden little worlds. That's a neat. They're a little weird spazzy limbs. Then you can come up here, and you can kind of become king of the goats. And you get this cool little mask. I think I'm going to get teleported back there in a second, though. Yep. And I get this cool little mask. It doesn't do anything. But you get this little, mask. At least it doesn't do anything that I'm aware of. Maybe it does. But there's a couple things the game actually gives you. Some power-ups that enable you to mess with physics pretty... Look at this. What is happening here? I'm dragging my ass, I think. I don't know what happened there. Weird. Alright. So there's some cool power-ups that allow you to... Oh, can I leave? There we go. That allow you to mess with the physics a bit. And that's where the game starts to really break. And if, you know, you'd be like, well, Mathis... Oh, hey, here's a trophy because, hey, trophies... If you're gonna say, well, hey, Mathis, man, I mean, they're power-ups that are meant to fuck with physics. Like, why are you kind of putting them down? But don't put something in your game. If you're gonna put something in your game that's meant to make things fun, don't also make it break your fucking game. Make sure that it's gonna behave, you know, decently. So, if we come up here, there's another little secret I discovered. I say secret. It took me about 5 to 10 minutes to discover. But we're gonna go ahead and lick these people. Yeah, let's go ahead. And start dragging them up this way. Look at this guy's just running into the geometry. So you come up here, and there is a little, like, sacrifice pit. It's kind of cool. I was like, oh, okay, what's this going to do? Maybe this will be something awesome. So we'll go ahead and start dropping off our sacrifices. We need 5. It's not hard to figure out because there's a giant 5 around the entire symbol there. So let's go back down. We'll grab 5 more. And we'll sacrifice them to whatever bizarre... Oh, we set somebody on fire. Unfortunate. Oh, that guy's just fucking jamming out. The absurdity of this game doesn't go past me, by the way. I understand, but, like, I understand that this is supposed to be absurd and ridiculous. And I'm sure the developers are like, I can't believe people want this fucking game. And I can't believe people would buy it. I understand it. And, you know, absurd things aren't really my style of game. And they're not going to be other people's style of game. So, you know, if you're coming here looking for a glowing recommendation of this style of game, you're coming to the wrong channel. If this is the kind of game you enjoy, I mean, I can see some laughs coming out of it. I can. I just don't see it being worth $10. It's just too simple of a concept to charge $10 for. And again, go play like Gary's Mod, or hell, play Surgeon Simulator, a game that's equally ridiculous but has levels and a challenge to it, like some sort of challenge to it. It's more of a game than I think Goat Simulator is, if you want to call these styles of things games. But if this is the, you know, again, I'm not going to be able to convince people one way or another. I'm sure the comments are already filling up that I'm an idiot or a tool for saying these things. But these are people who are also, this is like, no, this is for the PewDiePie community. Don't get me wrong, PewDiePie, he's 25 million people subscribe to him. He's obviously doing something right. But let's not pretend that his videos are particularly, you know, thought-inducing. So let's go ahead and put this guy here. This will be number 4. That's what this is for. That's the kind of crowd this is looking for, is that particular crowd. Maybe $5 I could kind of say okay. I feel like 10 is just a little bit expensive for what this is really offering, which is not much. Alright, we'll go grab another sacrifice over here. Excuse me, sir. Come with me. My sticky goat tongue, and apparently you just go limp when I grab you. It's fine, don't worry about it. No need for thought. When you're playing this game, your brain's not on. Let's be honest. I feel like the game's whole purpose, the whole reason it exists is LOL, physics, LOL, you're a goat, LOL. And that's about it. Alright, so we've got our 5 sacrifices. What's going to happen is we're going to get a special power. They all kind of become like spaghetti. And blood for the blood goat. We all of a sudden have demonic horns. And we're going to get ported back, I think. No? No, we're not. So, we're going to drag our ass again. So, what does this do? Well, this is kind of cool. Alright, cool. We can mess around with physics a little more, because that's what this game is all about, right? Oh, wait, hang on. We got this little rocket. There are little things like this around jetpack. Jetpacks are hidden and stuff. You can kind of like mess with things and boom, you know, fireworks. Haha. Lol, look at goat with a fire rocket. Anyway, so this little thing turns into a demon goat. And you get this cool power. Ooh, okay, so here we go. Yeah, well, this didn't take long, did it, Mathis? Okay, well, here we go. We're getting thrown out. Very close to you. I've been thrown out of the invisible wall before. Looks like it's not gonna let me this time around. Ugh. It's gonna keep me inside the invisible walls, which is good. I should have footage of me breaking the game, so I might end up putting that at the end. I think I have the footage. I'm pretty sure I tried to do it. Oh, what's this little secret over here? I licked a beacon. Okay. Do we have, like, ourselves aliens over here? It's like a... Oh! Okay. Alright. Oh! Okay. And we're good. Well, that was weird. Alright, anyway, so what this allows you to do, as I glitch out running, anyway, it gives you demonic powers. I hit R, and now I can grab, like, people. I can kind of headbutt people, and I kind of get them in this weird, like, thing, this little ball of power, which allows me to later shoot them out if I want. I'd be like, boom, or boom, and I can, like, shoot them out like bullets. You know, cool, right? Except that when this power is on, and you go into ragdoll mode, all of a sudden, your fucking goat freaks out. He flips out. And this obviously, this could not have gone past QA. And I'm sure this is meant because, random. But, random only goes so long when you're goddamn breaking the game. I've glitched through, okay. There we go, we're good. We didn't get stuck in the wall that time. I mean, I guess it's like, it's silly. It's really silly. And I guess you want to turn off your brain for it. But you can't really direct yourself. There's no control here. And again, it's broken the game for me multiple times. Okay. Whoa. Alright, perfect. Perfect. Did I get thrown out? Nope, I did not. So the game's actually behaving right now, which is nice. Again, I'm surprising because I broke it like 4 times within 45 minutes of me playing it initially, which is, I don't know if I want to say disappointing. Kind of predictable, I guess, on my end, but... And that's Goat Simulator. I mean, that's really it. This is Goat Simulator. This is all there is to it. If you already know if you're gonna be the kind of person that enjoys this game, so there's no way I'm gonna be able to like convince you otherwise. And I just don't know if we want to be feeding these types of games. It's silly. It's silly simulation games. I still believe have a place out there in our gaming world. Whoa. It's just, God, I don't know if this is worth $10. I really don't. Oh. Here we go. Can I get out of this? Good. There we go. Off we go. Well, what better way to end it, right? Goat Simulator, ladies and gentlemen. $10 on Steam or your regional equivalent. Let's just hope that these things don't start coming out often. I really, really don't want to see just a dirge of simulator products. Oh dear God, where are we? Is this all part of the world? Can I get back from here? Ah, this looks good. Perfect. Perfect. Invisible wall. Oh, alright, and we're just gonna fall through. Alright, well. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.